The mother of this young man has claimed that she was framed. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, wow, what an interesting story. Oh, Tiffany, she's claiming that, no, listen, somebody took the life of my son and I was framed. It's not me. I'm looking for justice. So she was appearing for bail. And I was watching the story and I said to myself, hey, this story is very interesting. On the other hand, the family of the young man whose life was taken, they are saying they feel that Jaden Lee, which is the 11-year-old boy, the family of this man, of this young boy, they are saying, we think that she should not be released on bail. We fear for her life. Why? Because the community is saying, we want her. I'm surprised that she wants bail, whilst the community is angered. I don't think she'll survive. And trust you me, I don't think she'll survive. 3, let's talk about the fact that the community they are saying, bring her out. We want to show her what justice looks like. I'll insert that video. 4, the family of Tiffany, they are basically saying, I think it's a grandmother, she's saying, no, my daughter did not do all of those things. My daughter is innocent, still echoing the words that she was framed. This is a story that is going to be very interesting. So it needs us to be patient and follow the story very, very, very patient. Now, where do we start? Let's start with the court. When she appeared for bail, they were now telling her or reading the charges and telling us that she's guilty as charged. You know what I'm saying? Faces what type of charges on this trial here.
The accused is guilty as charged as set out hearing after. Count 1, murder, read with the provision of Section 51, subsection 1 of the Criminal Law Amendment Act 105 of 1997, as amended by Section 15 of the Criminal and Related Matters Amended Act 12 of 2001. In that, upon or about the 13th of May 2025 at Ornia, Vleeghof in the Regional Division of Gauteng, the accused did unlawfully and intentionally kill Jaden Lee by hitting or striking him with an unknown object. As a result, the deceased died as a blind force head injury. A regional court or high court shall sentence a person it has convicted of the offense related to Part 1 of Schedule 2 to imprisonment for a life. Murder when a person is under the age of 18 years. Count 2, defeating or obstructing the administration of justice. In that upon or about the 13th day of May 2025.
So the community was not allowed inside the court. So they were told that few people were allowed inside the court. Then the community were told that to keep a bit of a distance. Well, we get it, but the community didn't get it. Okay, no, it's only me who's getting it. Well, I'm going to take you to the lawyer now. When the lawyer was responding or reading her answering affidavit, why she should be released on bail, and I'm gonna tell you when is she coming back for bail. But this is gonna be an interesting story. I'm looking at how the story is gonna turn out, and that's why I'm interested in the story. I'm like, let's follow the story from the beginning. Let's just follow the story how it's gonna turn out. Number 1, if they release her on bail, what will happen? If she's released on bail, what will happen? Is it worth it for her to be asking for bail? Do you know what happened to Kelly Smith, right? The moment Kelly Smith was sentenced, guess what happened? Her place was burned to ashes. So what do you think will happen to her? Looking at the community's reaction. Well, this is how the community reacted.
We'll pay for that. We'll pay for that. Because in prison, they get food, they get everything. So let them come out. Here outside, kry oswa, niripan ditani. They love lekker inside. They have more rights than us. Let her come out and face the music. But justice here outside. Justice outside here.
Stand here. Why must we stand here? Why are we not allowed to go inside? We are not idiots. We've been there since the start. Why are we not allowed to go in there so she can face the community?
Yes.
She killed a child. Now we must stand here like we are the ones that killed that child. We want to go inside. Why must we be blocked? Why must we stand here? Why? Nobody even addresses us to give us the reason. They are undermining us. We are being undermined. They are constantly undermining us. These fucking useless police. All of us are mothers. They are undermining us. Why must we stand here? Keep a faith. That we kill here.
So you see the community, how they are reacting. But she still wants a bail to go out and face such a community that is angry. She's still arguing, by the way, that I was framed. Don't forget that I was framed. It's going to be interesting how this thing is going to turn out. One wonders if it's okay for her to go out as one of the in-laws of this same woman had said that he had said that, hey, Mina, I feel for this woman. I don't think she should be released on bail. But she insists prison is tough. She insists that no, she wants to go out. Nonetheless, let me give you the words of the lawyer. But I'm telling you now, as look in the words or in the words of the lawyer or of this same woman. As quoted by Jacaranda News, they are saying Tiffany Mick claim being framed for her son's unaliving. The problem with this is the community is not buying it. Yeah, we hear you saying when you are framed. The community is not buying it. The community is asking the police to say, release her on bail. We're going to show you what justice looks like. And you're looking at these people, I'm listening to these people and like, hey, these people, they sound very serious. These people are serious about it. Now, let me take you into the lawyer now. What the lawyer said will end with the family, what the family says, because the family are also saying that, nope, my daughter is not guilty of this crime. My daughter did not commit the crime. Remember, her argument right now is that I was framed. Very interesting allegations. Nonetheless, listen to the lawyer here.
On the 30th of May 2025, he had failed to return home by 4 p.m., which was the time I stopped working. At that time, I was chatting to my mother and informed her of his non-return. And due to not having airtime, I asked her to contact the transport owner and driver to ascertain if Jaden was dropped off and if there was an accident or delay. My mother contacted the transporter, and a while later she was informed that Jaden was dropped off around 14:45. I started to panic and look for him around the complex. It was getting closer to 5 p.m. and he had still not returned and could not be seen in the common area. I then approached the day shift guard, and he informed me that he could not recall if Jaden entered the complex. The night shift guard, who lives on the premises, confirmed that he saw Jaden enter the complex and he did not exit. We also confirmed with the child who was dropped off after Jaden, and he confirmed that Jaden entered the complex. My mother sent her friend to collect me around 7 p.m. with a motor vehicle, and we all went to Florida SAPS to report Jaden as missing. I was asked to complete a missing persons report, but it could not be lodged as the police needed to wait 24 to 48 hours, and they also wanted a printed copy of his photograph before opening a docket. 2 police officers came back to Swazi Place with us, but refused to go door to door and search for Jaden. We met 4 other officers on the way, and a total of 6 officers came back with us to Swazi Place. They first told us that it was too late to disturb the neighbors, and it was around 9 o'clock that evening, and thereafter told us that they don't have a search warrant. My brother Q and Dunn then went to a few units and knocked their doors, but was threatened with arrest and had to stop. On the 14th of May 2025, at approximately 06:50 that morning, I received a call from Laracho, the transporter, who informed me that Jaden had been found at Swazi Place. My sister Simone and her husband took us over immediately. It should be noted that Jaden was found around 6 a.m., yet we were only contacted at approximately 06:50. No one bothered to call the ambulance or police or even rush my child to hospital, as he could have still been alive prior to our arrival.
Okay, now I'm going to take you to the mother now. Have you noticed something? Because may I pay attention? Have you noticed that you have never had anything from the ANC Women's League? Zero. I'm talking about people that usually complain. Sorry, you have never had anything from Women's for Change, right? Nothing, right? Wait until there's one man who has done the same things. Wait and see the reaction. I will remind you this episode. Wait until you see that. We are being attacked. We are under attack. Men, we are dying. Yay, we need protection. The government. But all of this institution, quiet. I told you, we've got a problem. A problem of the problem that, or the thing that we fight for is not justice. It's gender. We are attacking each other. There's a verse in the Bible in the book of Galatians that says, as you eat one another, be careful not to finish one another. I think we're there. There's this anger. This organization serves as a dividing wall between the two gender, men and women. Why are these organizations quiet when women are found on the wrong side of the law? Why are they quiet? If they are fighting for justice for men and for women and children, now a woman has killed a children gay. Why are they quiet? It's so strange, eh? Why don't you ask that question? But let's listen to the family here.
Okay. Good day, everyone. It is with great sadness that I have to make this video to show how deeply disappointed we are at the way my grandson's case is being investigated, and now my daughter is being prosecuted for a crime she did not commit. Our attorney, Nove Naidu, together with Tiffany's family, friends and work colleagues, were at the court from 8:30 this morning. We were instructed to wait outside the office where the first appearances are processed until a list is drafted and the security guard will inform us of the court where Tiffany will be appearing. Our attorney even went to the prosecutor's pool office and was rudely spoken to and told that he will only be held and he must wait outside until the matter has been processed. It is so clear that the police, prosecutors and activists were working together to ensure that Tiffany was not represented in court on her first appearance and that her family and friends were not inside the court to give her our love and support. We hope that she will be given a fair bail hearing and trial, as we have lost faith and hope in the criminal system. None of us, I have witnesses, the activists all saw us, were present, but denied access under false pretenses to be in the court. And that's all I have to say for now.
The point that I wanted to argue here is the fact that these organizations doesn't exist to build society. They exist to divide society. It is true when they say that this organization makes money from cases of GBV. They don't make money from peace between the two genders, between men and women. They make money from us fighting each other. And if let me leave it there. I'm very worried about those organizations because none of them are commenting. Do you remember the other time I even said that I'm worried about the fact that these organizations that are supposedly defending women's rights and all the stuff, and I said, when you're looking at the Kelly Kumalo saga, her being accused on the Senzo Meyiwa trial, if it was Senzo Meyiwa that was accused to have taken the life of Kelly, today we will be speaking a different ball game altogether. It would have been, but to look, because it's Kelly, they are quiet. I said to you, do not invite me in these groups. I'm not keen. But invite me to join a march where it is fight against crime. Be it when the crime is done by a child, a woman, man, or gay, Indian, black, white, colored, president or normal citizen, police or what. Invite me in such an organization where crime does not have gender, crime does not have a color, crime does not have an age, crime does not have a geographical location, as long as that institution focuses on a crime. Who commits the crime? It's neither here or there. As long as there's a crime, I will be part of that. Because there's organizations that you guys are joining thinking it's about justice. It's not about justice. Where are they now? But let's close that chapter. Be it as it may, let's close that chapter. Come back to this one. Do you, I know you have limited information at this moment. Do you believe the words of this woman where she says, I was framed? Somebody took the life of my son and framed me. I want to ask that question. Do you believe that?